Hi there folks, welcome back to the channel. It's another day. In fact, quite a few days have passed since we actually last did anything on the Bedford. So let's go turn some lights on and see where we're at. Have to excuse me, it's a bit bright out here folks. So anyway, let's go take a look. So yes, it's been a little while since we had the rocker gear cleaned up. Still looking for a spring like that. I know I've got some somewhere, because we need a spring to fit in that bit. Rocker cover is back in its original black paint. I thought I filmed that, but apparently not. So anyway, it's cleaned up and painted black. Push rods are good to go. They actually hold the rocker cover down. We've managed to clean up 99% of the top of the cylinder head there. We've got the the leaking core plug out of there. So today, I think what we're going to do is get the oil drained out. This oil was put in, I think it was last year. So it's not actually done, well, it's probably only done maybe 2 miles at the very most. But having seen all the rust that came out of the top of the engine, and we're going to take the sump off and give her a clean out. So we'll find a container, get the sump plug out, and yeah, we'll get down there in the pit of doom. Right, let's get into the pit of doom. Can we get it in the tub? And what's going to come out? Is it going to be sludgy, clean? Oh, a lot of water in there, folks. That's not good. Oh, very petrol-y as well. Not good. Not good. And does look very emulsified. I don't know if you can see it folks, but that splash there is literally just antifreeze. We should have pulled the dipstick now just to actually see how full it was. That is very, very watery. Smells very petrol-y. I wouldn't be surprised if the fuel pump diaphragm is leaking. I might have to investigate that. It looks quite new, but yeah, it's not ideal. It's so watery. Dear. I think I will leave that to dribble for a little while. Yeah, that's I mean, it's nice and pretty, but it's not what we wanted to see. Yeah, I mean, that looks pretty as well, but again, we don't want to see antifreeze in engine oil. Nice. Looks like jizz. Well, folks, it's yeah, been dribbling for probably about an hour now. Yeah. I think what I'm going to do is put the bung back in, and we'll remove the sump. Maybe address the missing bolts, which is obviously sheared off there. Right, let's do it. Right, shove that in that snotty hole. Now, for routine maintenance, you're going to have to take this panel off the bottom of the sump, which gives access to the oil pickup. And as part of maintenance, I should think like the carrier, you would take this off and clean out the oil pickup strainer. So right, I shall go find a socket or two that will fit the sump, and I'll bring you back then. Bit of a mess. Now, it has to be said the oil level was at quite high, which does make me wonder with the petrol smell if the fuel pump up there, if the diaphragm's gone. Now I can pretty much just let petrol come past the diaphragm and in here and into the engine. There's a way to see that. Can we read that? Oh, we'll look in editing. So yeah, I'm going to take these bolts out and hopefully simply remove the sump. Right, that's all the bolts cracked off. I shall wind them out, and I'll bring you back when we lower the sump. Yet another use of a pot noodle tub, where to put your nuts and your bolts. Okay, you're back in the room and we have just 2 bolts to remove. I'm hoping the sump will then simply remove. Either will, I will not have enough clearance and it'll become a shit show. Place your bets. And that's one. I don't know if it's going to fall off or not. And literally one undo of the bolt with the ratchet and they all wind out by hand, which is nice. Well, modern vehicles can't even manage that. You keep. Yep, just right. Steady, steady. Oh my god. Yeah, let's pop this somewhere safe. Let's take a closer look. Okay, let's take a look. That looks right up the grim, and what even is that? Is that what Ew. That to me looks like some kind of gasket seal. Yeah. Could have been a lot worse in there. Yeah. Could have been a lot worse. Yeah. Any idea where the oil level was? So, the belly of the beast, so to speak. Could have been a lot worse, guys. Well, we do need to check out the fuel pump there. Oh, I've made it drip oil now. So, look inside the sump. It's not that bad. Could have been a lot worse. It's fairly clean, except the obvious in the bottom. Yeah, that's definitely got antifreeze in there. Not what we wanted to see. Should we just have a... Let's just find something to put into that. Like little gunge in the bottom. Oh yes. Look at that chewy goodness. Yep. I think we've seen enough, folks. I think we've seen enough to confirm that we have a coolant getting into the oiling system. That could be the head gasket. I'm sorry, I'm just going to have to wait your turn, old girl. Well folks, that's not what we wanted to see. Could be one of a few things. Could be the head gasket. Could be an internal crack in the cooling system. And actually looking from the bottom, looking up at the bottom of the cylinders, I'm not sure, but it might have actually had some liners fitted into it. Now, if one of these has dropped down or anything like that, there could be many reasons, but I do feel the cylinder head has to come off. So, I'm going to have a word with the owner, and unfortunately this big girl behind me is going to have to wait a turn to come in the workshop. So, on that bombshell, folks, thanks for watching, liking and subscribing, and all that jazz. Catch you on the next one.